Picture this. Everyone around you is having the perfect cruise experience, relaxing by the pool, making friends with the crew, enjoying priority service, while you're left wondering, why does your vacation feel a little off? The truth is, most passengers, even experienced ones, unknowingly break unwritten cruise ship rules that can lead to frustrated fellow guests, embarrassed moments, or worse, missing out on the perks that make cruising unforgettable. Cruise lines don't advertise these rules. They're not in your welcome packet, and they're never announced over the intercom. But if you ignore them, the consequences can be surprisingly public. I once watched a couple get called out over the ship's loudspeaker for missing the all-aboard time, and then forced to do the walk of shame down the pier as hundreds of passengers clapped sarcastically from the decks. They were mortified, and they were never late again. That's why in this video, I'm revealing the 12 cruise ship etiquettes every passenger must know, not just to help you avoid awkward situations, but to make sure your cruise is smooth, respectful, and truly unforgettable. Let's get you cruising like a pro. Etiquette number 1. The golden rule of lounge chairs, no hogging. This is perhaps the most notorious cruise ship faux pas, lounge chair hogging. The mistake? Waking up early, placing a towel or personal item on a prime poolside chair, and then disappearing for hours to breakfast, the gym, or an excursion, effectively reserving a spot you're not using. This frustrates countless other guests who genuinely want to relax by the pool. I once saw a family claim an entire row of 6 chairs with towels before 7 a.m. on a sea day, and they didn't show up to use them until after lunch. Meanwhile, dozens of people walked around, unable to find a single open spot. Most cruise lines have policies to remove items from unattended chairs after 30 to 60 minutes. The etiquette is simple. If you're not actively using it, don't claim it. Share the sunshine, friends. Etiquette number 2. Buffet bliss, hygiene, and flow. The buffet is a cruise ship staple, but it's also a common ground for etiquette missteps. The key mistakes here are poor hygiene and disrupting the flow. This means not washing your hands before entering. Use those hand washing stations, using your bare hands instead of serving tongs, eating food while in line, or using the same plate for multiple trips. I've seen passengers pick up a pastry with their bare hands, put it back, and then grab another. Or try to take a bite out of a roll while still in the serving line. It's unsanitary and frustrating for others. Always wash or sanitize your hands. Use a clean plate for every trip, and utilize the serving utensils provided. It's about respecting shared food and preventing the spread of germs on a confined ship. Etiquette number 3. Elevator courtesy. Let them out first. Navigating cruise ship elevators can be a challenge. The most common mistake is rushing onto the elevator before allowing people inside to exit. This creates awkward jams and slows everyone down. Another blunder is overcrowding a visibly full elevator or pushing all the buttons. Picture this. Doors open, and someone immediately tries to squeeze in, blocking those trying to get out. Always stand to the side and wait for people to disembark before stepping in. For short distances, 1 or 2 decks, consider taking the stairs. It's often faster, a bit of exercise, and frees up the elevator for those with mobility issues or heavy bags. Remember, patience is key. Etiquette number 4. Cabin noise levels. Respect your neighbors. Your cabin is your private sanctuary, but its walls can sometimes be thinner than you think. A common etiquette oversight is being excessively loud in your cabin, especially late at night or early in the morning. This includes loud conversations, blaring TVs, slamming doors, or boisterous laughter in the hallway. I once had neighbors who seemed to be rearranging furniture at 3 a.m. and blasting a movie. Remember, others might be sleeping, have early excursions, or simply want peace and quiet. Be mindful of your volume, especially when returning to your cabin after a late night out, and try to close your cabin door gently. Etiquette number 5. Dress codes. While cruise line dress codes have largely relaxed, there are still unspoken rules and expectations about what's ship appropriate, especially in certain venues. The mistake is wearing swimwear, tank tops, cutoffs, or extremely casual attire in main dining rooms, specialty restaurants, or enclosed public lounges at dinner time. A family showed up to a beautiful specialty restaurant in dripping swimsuits and flip-flops, looking completely out of place, and were politely asked to change. While casual is fine for daytime or the buffet, evenings in main dining areas usually call for smart casual. Think collared shirts for men and nice tops with slacks, skirts, or dresses for women. It's about respecting the ambience and other diners. Etiquette number 6, respecting the crew. The hardworking crew members are the backbone of your cruise experience, often working long hours away from home. A significant etiquette breach is being rude, demanding, or unappreciative towards them. They are there to serve and make your vacation special, not to be a punching bag for your frustrations. I've unfortunately witnessed passengers berating a waiter over a minor order mistake or yelling at a guest services agent over something trivial. Remember, a smile, a please, and a thank you go a long way. Treat every crew member with the same respect and kindness you'd expect yourself. Their job is incredibly demanding, and your politeness can genuinely make their day. If you've witnessed any of these etiquette fails before, hit that like button or keep watching. We've got some big ones still ahead. Etiquette number 7, shore excursion punctuality. All aboard is sacred. Shore excursions are highlights for many, but a critical etiquette point is being punctual for your tour departures and, most importantly, for the all aboard time to return to the ship. The mistake is assuming the ship will wait for you if you're late, especially on independent tours. The infamous pier runners on social media are a classic example. Passengers desperately running down the pier as the ship pulls away because they misjudged their return time. The ship will not wait for you unless you're on a cruise line-sponsored excursion. Always know ship time versus local time, build in a buffer, and be back well before the final all-aboard call. Don't be that passenger. Etiquette number 8, kids' behavior. Supervise your little cruisers. Cruise ships are fantastic for families, but responsible parenting is key. The etiquette issue here is allowing children to run unsupervised, be excessively loud in quiet areas, or engage in disruptive behavior without intervention. Pools, elevators, and main thoroughfares are shared spaces. A family let their kids run wild in a formal lounge during an evening performance, disrupting everyone's enjoyment. While kids need to be kids, parents are responsible for their behavior. Utilize the amazing kids clubs, ensure they understand indoor voices and no running rules, and supervise them, especially in shared public areas. It's about ensuring a great experience for all ages. Etiquette number 9, smoking rules, only in designated areas. For smokers and non-smokers alike, understanding and adhering to the ship's smoking policy is paramount. The mistake is smoking, including e-cigarettes and vaping, anywhere outside of the clearly designated smoking areas. This is not just an etiquette issue, it's a safety and comfort issue for others. Someone lighting up a cigarette on their balcony not only risks fire, a huge concern on ships, but also sends smoke directly into neighboring cabins' balconies. Cruise lines are very strict about this, often imposing hefty fines and even disembarkation. Always find the designated smoking zones, usually on specific outdoor decks or in certain lounges and casinos. Respect the rules for everyone's health and safety. Etiquette number 10, guest services patience. The guest services desk can get incredibly busy, especially on embarkation day, sea days, or disembarkation day. A common etiquette lapse is losing patience, raising your voice, or demanding immediate attention when there's a long line or a complex issue. I've observed passengers becoming agitated and yelling at guest services staff because of a minor billing inquiry or Wi-Fi issue during peak hours. Remember, the staff are assisting hundreds of people. Approach the desk with patience, state your issue clearly and calmly, and understand that they are working to help everyone as efficiently as possible. A little kindness goes a long way here. Etiquette number 11, hot tub and pool showering, for everyone's hygiene. This is a hygiene etiquette often overlooked, showering before entering the pool or hot tub. The mistake is jumping straight in with sunscreen, sweat, or sand on your body, polluting the shared water for everyone else. Imagine slipping into a hot tub only to feel sunscreen slick on the water or see bits of sand floating around. It's not pleasant. Cruise ship pools are shared by thousands. A quick rinse-off before entering helps maintain water quality and is a simple act of courtesy. Most pool areas have showers readily available for this very purpose. Etiquette number 12. Personal space. Be mindful in crowded areas. Cruise ships, especially on sea days, can be very crowded. The final, overarching etiquette is being mindful of other people's personal space. This includes not cutting lines, avoiding excessive public displays of affection in family areas, or spreading out your belongings over multiple seats in a crowded lounge. I've seen people trying to squeeze between two standing people at a bar by pushing or sprawling across 3 seats in the theater when it's clearly full. Remember that you're sharing a relatively confined space. Be aware of your surroundings. Keep your bags close, move with purpose, and respect the invisible bubble around your fellow cruisers. It makes the experience more comfortable for everyone. And there you have it, exemplary cruisers. 12 cruise ship etiquettes every passenger must know. Mastering these unspoken rules isn't about being rigid. It's about fostering a community of respect and consideration that elevates the experience for everyone on board. By embracing these simple yet powerful guidelines, you won't just be a good passenger, you'll be a great passenger. You'll contribute to a harmonious atmosphere, ensuring your cruise and everyone else's is truly a dream vacation. Ready to be the ultimate courteous cruiser? Hit like if these etiquette tips helped you navigate life at sea, and subscribe to Cruise Pro for more honest insights and essential advice that truly transforms your travel experience. What's your top cruise etiquette pet peeve? Share it in the comments below. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.